Lineup for the Trailblazers. Scoot and Sharp for the backcourt set. Then there's Avdia. Then there's Robert Williams. And it's Kamare in at the power forward. And for the Rockets, Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Tari Eason is out there with Jock Landale. And it's the great Kenneth the three. Oh, wasted no time on that one. You look at the Rockets, they're 1-0 in the group stage of the NBA Cup. So far, a win tonight would go a long way to getting them to the knockout round.
They have to love the position they are in. A chance to get to 2-0 at home. Tonight is a massive game for them in the Cup.
And now checking out how the Trailblazers are doing. This is a vital game in the Cup for them. They lost their group stage opener. A loss tonight could end their run.
Yeah, it dropped them to 0-2 with just 2 games left in the group round. You probably need 3 wins to advance, so they cannot afford a loss.
The great soft touch off the glass. The great's got his second basket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Avdia. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. I asked which end of the floor Robert Williams was scarier on, and Coach said, I'm definitely afraid of him as a defender. I told my guys to be very careful when going up against him, stick with it, try to draw the fouls off him as much as you can. So the plan is to turn Williams' aggressive defense against him if possible, B.A.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Henderson, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Van Vliet, the pass to the great, and Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. To the paint. It's stolen by Henderson.
That is how you deny entry. Great effort.
Avdia passes to Sharp. Crafty move. It's hauled in by Houston. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Houston with another miss.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Avdia. Pass to Sharp from the arc. Eason pulls it in. And Grant, you look at the Rockets conditions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Just a beautiful jump shot. Green is the prototype NBA two-guard.
Here's Kamari. Back to Henderson. Here's Avdia. Inside. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. The great, the pass to Green. There's a screen to the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Green. Late clock, Houston's got to hurry. The great, no good. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Kamari. Outside Sharp. Lets a three fly. Knocks it down from distance.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Outside, Green. Landale, the pass to Van Vliet. Here's the great. This one for 3. Knocks down the triple. The great's got 7 points in the game. Portland trailing here. Now here's Henderson. He's scoreless. Williams, a screen on Van Vliet. Goes up on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
Here's the great. He played a great game against Indiana. Right side Eason. There's the 3. And Houston, another 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Henderson against Van Vliet. Henderson misses. Houston leading by 5. Here's the great. Oh, Williams with the block. They get it back. Here's the great. He's got 7. Outside, Green over Sharp, and the Rockets tack on 2 more.
He can get it down off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
Henderson, the pass to Sharp. Here's Kamari, defended by Eason. Green against Sharp. Here's Henderson to halt the run. Rebounded by the great.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
It's hauled in by Henderson. Blazers trail by 7. So for the Rockets, Smith, he's checked in for Landale. Dylan Brooks comes in for Eason. And it's Cam Whitmore in for Green. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Klingon, he's checked in for Kamara. Now here's Sharp, coming off a 22-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Williams finds Henderson. Outside Sharp. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Houston leading by 7. Here's the great. The stats he's putting up, impressive. Averaging around 30.5 points a game. Outside Whitmore. From downtown. First shot won't go. Blazers trail by 7. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Avdia. Green's checked in for Houston. Holiday. Here are the five Portland has to start the second. We've got Jeremy Grant, Delano Banton out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the 4 slot. Here's the great. Pass to Landale. Here's Easton. And the 3 off target.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
He buries it from 3. The great's got 10.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Simons passes to Banton. Here's Klingon. Baseline jumper right on the money.
This is about as far out as Klingon will shoot it for now, but I expect he'll work on his range over time.
Here's the great. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Here's Banton. 8 points in his last time out. And here's Simons outside. Buries it from 3. Simons has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And over the course of a season, this is one of Simons' strengths, his efficiency from range.
The great, the pass to Van Vliet. Here's the great. Drives to the hoop. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
You can fully rely on Van Vliet to make a high IQ play at all times.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Down by 12. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
Yeah, they beat this team in the season series last year. But what's that really saying?
Grant. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Poke loose. Green with the ball. Picked up by Grant. And they're pushing it up. Here's the great. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. The great's got 17 points.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Simons against Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Here's Kamare. Again, the miss by Portland. The Rockets lead by 14. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. And it's the Blazers with the ball. After the basket by Houston. Here's the great. He's got 17. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Simons, a screen. On Green. They need this. Banton, good. Banton's gotten his third basket of the night.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's the great. He's got 19. It's rebounded by Grant. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Simons. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, the Blazers with a draft night trade for two-way wing Denny Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
All right, Shams, thank you. Grant's shot is off.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Grant, a little background on the NBA Cup tournament this game is part of. It traces its origins back to the WNBA Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, the WNBA was set to feature the in-season tournament in 2020, but the pandemic delayed that start until 2021. Since then, it's been a wild success, and the NBA decided to run one of their own.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Smith's checked in. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. Green against Sharp. Avdia outside. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land. Avdia's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's the great. Defended by Avdia. The great. And he converts the layup. And the Rockets lead by... $15.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Sharp finds Henderson. Misses in close. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. The great, the pass to Van Vliet. Out left to the wing. Here's the great. Outside for Green. Pass to the great. 5 on the clock. Back to Green. From behind the arc. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Avdia outside. The 3 is up. The Rockets pull it in.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Oh, come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Blazers trail by 20. Henderson. With it. 14 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. They set the screen. Pass to Kamari. Outside Sharp. And no good. The dry spell continues. Houston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. The Great with the bucket. The Great's got 27.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
To the inside. The shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Rockets lead by 22. Outside Eason. Three-pointer. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Timeout called, Portland. And the standings for the NBA Cup starting to come into focus.
Yeah, but there's still time to make a push. We'll just have to wait and see which teams are able to punch their ticket to the knockout round.
And so it's Houston. A huge 24-point lead for them. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Hey, folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Portland Trailblazers.
They don't want it enough. They're getting bodied up on the boards and doing nothing about it.
Yeah, they get bodied up on the scoreboard as well, Shaq. It may not be their only issue, but it's a big problem.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
The young guys are playing well, but it's the long season. There's something called the rookie wall.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see which players hit that wall and which ones knock it over. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for Houston. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Jock Landale is out there with Tari Eason. And it's the Great, and at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Sharp. Pass to Kamare. To the middle. Here's Henderson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Henderson's gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Out to the wing. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Here's the Great. Now Green. Guarded by Sharp. 4 on the clock. Takes a 3. And it's Green missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Richard, the former 2nd overall pick in 2021. We all see the potential for Jalen Green.
When you see the physical ability combined with his shooting range, he's got a chance to be one of the top scorers in this league.
Sharp, no good.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's the Great, defended by Henderson. Pass to the Great. Outside Eason. Oh, deflected. It's Sharp on the wing, guarded by Van Vliet. Here's Kamare. Rebounded by the Great. The Great's got rebound number 7 tonight. Driving to the basket. And they get it back. Landale, the pass to the Great. Pass to Green. Here's the Great. Houston with another miss.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Here's Sharp. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Portland shooting their first free throw of the night. Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Here's the Great. 27 points for him. Back to Green. Van Vliet outside to end the drought. Hits the three-pointer. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the night.
Well, they get one to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Avdia. And a nice finish on the layup. Avdia's got 5 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's the Great. Started by Sharp. And that one's good. Green.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Henderson finds Williams. Back to Henderson. Pass to Williams. Avdia with it. Puts up a 3. He drops it from range. Give him 8 points now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Portland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Williams with it. Landale's there. 16 feet out. And he can't get that one.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
The Great, the pass to Van Vliet. Kept alive. Outside Eason. Pass to the Great. Tries again. And the layup is good. The Great's got 29.
Nice rim protection, and it's still not enough to keep him from getting that layup.
Here's Kamare. Now Henderson. Eason with some nice D.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's the Great. That's 29 for him. Pulls up. Williams grabs the board.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Pass to Avdia. Back to Henderson. Fires from deep. Sinks the tray. Henderson's got 5 points.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the Rockets going. Teams will make substitutions. Outside, Williams. Pass to Kamari. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Rockets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next two times these squads meet.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the Great.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
So the Trail Blazers 5 right now. Sharp and Avdia are on the wings. Then there's Robert Williams. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Kamari in at the 4 spot. Now here's Henderson. And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Here's the Great. Misses the layup. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. And with tonight's win, they're now 2-0.
That's good work. You earned this, Twin. Would you see me again, though?
Come on, bro. I stay ready.
All right, that's a bet.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's good work. Keep going, son.
You too. Good luck in us in the suit.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business. MP got the job done tonight, as usual.